Guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, movie friends. This is going to be a reaction to a channel called Sam and Colby. Now, this was recommended to me by my sister. She wanted me to check this out. She knows how big of a Conjuring fan I am, so she thought I'd really be into what this is. So this is an hour and 27 minutes long, and I don't have to edit this, so we're just going to go ahead and watch it. I guess these kids went to investigate the Conjuring house, which is something I would love to do in the future at some point. I would love to go to these places, but these kids actually did it, so we're going to go ahead and dive into this. I think they're about my age, so I don't know why I'm calling them kids, but, you know, we're going to go ahead and dive into this thing, see what they caught. They said it. My sister said it was really good, crazy stuff, so they didn't tell me nothing beyond that. We're going to go ahead and dive into this thing. So on the count of three, we're going to press play and see what this video is all about. So 3, 2, 1. Communication with demonic entities and evil spirits. Oh, man.
Like, I can already feel this place. Something about this place just isn't right.
Yep, the Conjuring house.
Whatever was down there
the parent
with us
farmhouse
is something stronger than I have ever come across in my entire life.
This could be one of the scariest seances we ever do. This is why we do YouTube.
We've never caught anything on the thermal thing, but that is a clear-ass picture. 2 eyes, nose, mouth, haircut like that, swooped over.
From the people that lived through it, they said it was actually 10 times worse in real life than the movie was.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally going to cry. I actually
Interesting.
saw that. I thought it was a little
It doesn't
kid.
sound like
I
they
don't
did their
know.
research on the building first, which is interesting. The real Conjuring house. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby.
Today we are going to be going to the Conjuring house. We decided because that is so demonic and scary, we had to, you know, start off a little more fun.
We're having some fun.
We're having some fun. It's kind of fucking scary, dude.
Go fast, man. Smile with Addie. One day, I was really sad. Guys,
Good
this looks like
attitude
we're
to
going
have,
straight
man.
into
Good
a modern
attitude.
day.
Hell yeah, sing.
I was gonna
We
say how,
are.
yeah.
They made a movie that came out like 3 weeks ago.
I can already feel this place. Like, I'm starting to sweat. Something about this place just isn't right.
Private property, no trespassing.
Oh my God, this is it. Who is that? Is that
There
a
it
ghost?
is.
Dude, this is gonna be so scary.
Hello!
He looks a lot like someone I knew in
This
school.
isn't a bad house.
you're cute.
Colby,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
When did you guys buy the place?
2 years ago this past Monday.
Wow.
Really? Okay.
You're liking it so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster. It took us like 4 months to sleep in the house.
Yeah.
We
Really?
slept in one room, all in one room for like 4
Really?
months.
We were not prepared for what we were about to experience. Really. Already shit starting. Because this affected us so much, it's only fair to let you know before you experience it too.
Before we start this video, just kind of wanted to give a little disclaimer that what we experienced in the Conjuring house was no joke. We're usually used to dealing with things like spirits or ghosts, but this was something else. It was we think we were dealing with demons again, just like the Queen Mary.
We kind of threw these guys in the deep end, like straight demonic stuff, and I think it went a little bit too far. You'll see later in the video, we kind of push our limits on this one. Because of that, we've been talking nonstop about this for
Yeah,
like 2
you
weeks now.
guys should be careful when
because
you're
this
dealing with
did,
stuff like that.
Kind of actually affect us, being so new back into haunted again and being completely new to haunted stuff. We just wanted to say this is gonna get real.
I remember, like, after we left the house, you know, driving, I didn't say a word. I didn't say anything. I was, like, shocked because I saw something that I never imagined I would see in my life, and it was so real. Like, I want to cry thinking about it because like you guys know, I talked to you guys about it. Like, I couldn't sleep for so long. Like even now, like I close my eyes and I see that image of, you know, that figure, and it's just terrifying.
Not a day has gone by where we haven't talked about it.
Yeah,
We've
no.
talked about this every single day since we left. I keep thinking of the feeling that I had when I was in that house.
And just think the people you talk to live in that house, and they deal with that every day. And this is
Conjuring
like
stuff.
one day.
They were movies, but this house is for real. And we definitely captured that to an extent we weren't really prepared for.
This is the most we've ever captured in a video, ever.
And that's saying a lot. We've been doing this for 5 years. So with that being said, hope you enjoy our Conjuring experience. I don't really get scared for haunted places usually. I was very, very scared to come to this place.
I'm not kidding. I felt nerves like coming here for sure.
This
I could
is a
definitely
big deal.
throw up right now.
Well guys, we made it. The real actual Conjuring house. If you've seen those movies, obviously they are not real, but they're based on an actual thing that happened here at this house.
By the way, guys, we are here with the three lovely ladies, Kat, Stas, and Amanda. Amanda can actually speak to the dead.
So they bring me here.
Well, that,
You guys, my
that
name's
makes
Amanda
sense. They
Ray.
brought a
For those of
psychic.
you who don't know me, I'm a medium, which means that I can see and speak to people who have passed on. This has been something that I've been doing since before I was able to speak.
So we're gonna see if we can
Interesting.
contact anything, see if she picks up on any spirit, any demon, whatever could be here.
Learn
I'm
the
scared.
history of this horrifying place.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go take a tour and first impressions, everything. like
Let's
that.
do it.
okay. Okay, guys.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
So is this, yeah, all like the people that have been here before?
Yep.
There's exploring with Josh.
Wow,
right
having
there.
signed the walls. That's cool.
Really?
One day, folks, my name will be on that wall. One day, I swear to God.
I was gonna say, Josh spoke so. Right here. I can't. That's my bro.
Sign waivers and you guys can sign a wall, just in case you like.
Get possessed.
What? What was it?
Is there like a priest around here just in case?
The waiver just basically, if you get scared and jump out the window, you'll pay for your own medical bill and replace the window.
Okay.
Violent spiritual attacks is number 12 on here.
Demonic possession, violent spiritual attacks, electrical shock.
I think I've ever been more scared to sign something.
Jeez, take up enough room, why don't you?
Oh my god.
Dude! Explorer sticker.
All right, so we
God
signed
damn, if they
the
even
wall.
leave
It's
me a
tour
spot.
time. We're gonna take a look around and hear some
They
stories
just
from
took up
these
that whole
different rooms.
goddamn wall.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
You got the, oh, that's cool.
Get
I got
all
the
the-
poster hanging.
Oh my.
Creepy posters everywhere. Oh my god, that's horrifying. I cannot sleep in a house like that.
My camera just turned itself off.
Did it?
Yeah, like
It's gonna be bad.
What?
Really?
What do you mean?
When it starts sucking energy like that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, when it starts, like they're already.
It's already
draining
interesting.
batteries
I
and
see a lot of
stuff.
t-shirts and
You'll
stuff.
have a good night.
Just went to the Lizzie Borden house
Really?
and drained 3
Definitely,
batteries in 2 hours.
Have you ever had any
Making money
mediums
off the
come here?
property.
All kinds.
What are your experiences with that?
I mean, it's a mixed bag. I mean, some feel something, some don't, you know. The female mediums usually have a harder time here because there is a male presence. They say there's a male entity. He's very, very old school. Whenever they present
Really?
themselves to him, he's like, "Why are you talking to me? Where's the men?"
Before we get started on this tour,
Wow.
could you please just like
He's one of those
introduce
guys,
yourself
yeah.
for fans and followers and stuff like that?
No.
Okay.
My name's Corey Heinzen. I'm the co-owner of the Conjuring House and investigating for about 12 years. I like long walks on the beach and supersize my value meals.
Perfect.
What's that?
Yeah, and if you have any stories in specific rooms, that would be awesome as well. If there's like one time this table flipped over.
Okay, well, actually, where we said the first 4 months that we lived here, that room and this room we lived in. I mean, we did use
Amityville
the
Horror
other
House
rooms,
picture.
but we stayed in these 2 rooms for a reason. We just wanted to give them space
Yeah,
and not invade on it.
that
Them?
makes sense.
Yeah, the day we moved in,
Do you
we had
not know who
doors
he's talking
open. Maddie heard growling.
He's obviously
The
talking
night
about
that
the
we left
ghosts.
this open, we actually had a full body shadow figure standing here looking at us.
What?
Both me and Jen saw it, which was awesome because that's a personal
That's- yeah,
experience.
when both of you
we
see
didn't
it,
get
that's
on
even
film,
bigger.
But we both experienced it at the same
Yeah.
time,
Whoa.
and we both can describe it and stuff
Did it
like
do
that.
anything or just like stand there and like
It just stood there, and like I knew I saw it, and I've seen shadow figures before, just not as well defined as this. I'm sitting there staring at it, and Jen's like, "What the hell is that?" She said it out loud, and as soon as she said something, it just zipped out of the way real quick. They moved
Wow,
really, really
yeah.
quick. I mean, this is why we're
Zipped
here.
out of the
We're
way, like, just walked to the
investigators.
side.
This is what we want.
Fuck, that's creepy. I'd love to hear more of his stories, to be honest.
main story, the actual true story that's not like the movies, is 100% way scarier.
Yeah, oh yeah, they are.
We know about that right now because we did some research.
This
Okay,
was
good, you
called
did
the
your-
Arnold Estate.
You did your- yeah.
It's a farmhouse. The same family grew
Yep.
up here. Generations came here, died,
Since 1680.
Now, fast forward to the 1900s, the Perrin family, who we're going to reference often, bought this house. And when they got the keys from the previous owner, the owner literally was like, yo, keep the lights on at night. Like, it gets scary. By the time that they moved out, the Perrin family described it as a portal secretly disguised as a farmhouse. But the main haunt to the Perrin family was based on Bathsheba Sherman. Bathsheba was a witch in all these movies, and a lot of people think she's not real. She is a real
she
person.
was,
She lived at one point.
Her grave was decimated after
She lived
the movie.
right down the street.
Yeah.
Like, she was their neighbor. Now, obviously, there's rumors as
crazy.
to if she is a actual witch or not, but 3 of her kids never made it to age 7. Bathsheba Sherman was watching, babysitting this child, and in her presence, a child died. The child died from convulsions.
Yep,
That was all
needle
because
to the back of the head.
there was a puncture wound on the back of this child's head.
Like a little sewing needle.
Obviously, everyone broke out and was like, oh god, this Bathsheba girl is a murderer. She went to trial, but she got acquitted. But the entire town, like, ended up hating her. They're like, what the heck?
Similar to kind of the Lizzie Borden case. Did you notice that?
The 2 most famous ghost hunters in the world, Ed and Lorraine Warren, came here to investigate.
Yep.
And this is their most famous case ever.
Ever!
So think about that. The 2 most famous ghost hunters in the world.
They basically started paranormal investigating, actually. Like, we should, like, thank them for our YouTube channel right now because they are the original OG investigators. Like, Lorraine had a psychic medium power.
They came
Rest
here
in peace,
because
Lorraine. She
of
passed
all the
away in
crazy
2019.
hauntings. They were saying there's horrible things happening, beds shaking, like shadow figures. Movies don't give it justice for how insane this house has been with hauntings. Ed and Lorraine Warren came here to this
I actually
room
own
right
the
here,
book
seance
of
they got Carolyn Perrin. She had been having a lot of
the story,
struggles,
the real
a lot of things.
story.
She thought that she
From House
was
of Darkness,
possessed
House of Darkness,
and
House of
doing
Light.
a full-on exorcism in this room. While they were doing this exorcism, she ended up getting a ton of scratch marks, bruises, speaking tongues, and then levitating. She was levitated and thrown all the way across. The parents got so fed up with that because they're like so scared of what is happening to the wife that they kicked Ed and Lorraine out.
He even went as far to, like, punch him in the face.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Roger
insane.
punched him.
Overall, Ed and Lorraine Warren said that this house is haunted
I'm right here
by a
about that.
malevolent spirit, and they think that it was Bathsheba Sherman, who at the time was considered a witch.
Why? Because the mom, Carolyn, also experienced little tiny puncture wounds in her legs.
I don't know if they're
that
going to
were,
go
like,
and
the
tell
size
you
of
what
a sewing
Bathsheba
needle,
was
which is what
supposedly
rumored
looked
that
like,
Bathsheba
but
used to kill that baby.
Corey said is not only Bathsheba Sherman haunts this place, but there is also a male malevolent spirit.
I think the scariest part is that Ed and Lorraine, they weren't paranormal investigators, they were demonologists.
Oh, yeah.
There's a huge difference, guys. Like, this place, like, it might not be spirits here.
Let's go catch some demons. I mean, ghosts.
Bathsheba Sherman, to the youngest daughter, was actually described as a woman with a beehive head and sticks for limbs that would hover above the ground.
Yeah, just casual, like devil.
That was because her face was so messed up and scary.
What they call the baking room.
Whoa, that's sick.
So when the parents lived here, this was actually their living room.
Oh shit!
Basement.
Okay.
Oh yeah, man.
This door started opening.
Looks
a lot on
scarier
its own.
even
When
than
this door
right
started
there.
opening on its own. They said like the paranormal activity increased on this floor, so they made this into the family room because nobody was in here by themselves. This room right here, if you want to open this door and present yourself, this is usually where that guy hangs out.
Do you have people report a lot of children here?
Yes.
There's children back there too.
Yeah. They usually they're more prevalent upstairs.
Yeah.
You know,
Already catching
you'll
on.
hear them skittering and running around and stuff. They will talk out loud sometimes.
They're like behind the door. They keep
Yeah, peeking around the corner.
What? Oh my god!
She can see them.
You guys are like agreeing on this?
You're dead on, which is awesome. What are you
Exactly.
feeling?
Go
Go
in.
for it. Yeah.
There's 2 children in here. One of them is so shy, and the other one is like, come chase me, you know, like come after me. So that's why I was like, should I go after them? And that's why I was trying to like get back here, but
That one that's so shy just walked up the stairs.
That's
and the
good.
one
You're
that's, like,
used to it. You
come
know,
with me
if
is
you weren't
going
used to
back
it, I
there.
would highly suggest never going into that house.
Now this is the oldest part of the house.
This was like a really happy place in the home when they lived here. I love it in here.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Now, if you notice, you're
Interesting.
probably feeling happy because of all this stuff that's hanging up. It all wards off evil. Frankincense, myrrh, sleigh bells, and stuff like that. And that's why a lot of people just use this room as a command center, if you will, because they feel fine in this room.
With like the reaching out and like talking to spirits, is there any like rules you don't want us to like break, or can we reach out and like?
Oh,
is there anything
absolutely.
Here? Okay.
No, absolutely. The only be respectful. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people have the inkling that, you know, just if nothing's happening, be like, hey, you know, just start thumping their chest. And it's like, dude, you might get something, but it's not going to be what you want. You provoke something in here.
You might get hurt.
And it gets pissed off. You guys leave, and I'm like, well, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, these are
Well, you got to think about stuff like that before you make it a business. You know.
So that's why we signed the waiver.
Wow, I just hit my head.
Not as much activity in
Shouldn't
this
open it up
room
as a business
the
if you weren't ready
middle
for stuff
bedroom.
like that.
The middle bedroom is where like all hell breaks loose usually.
What does that mean?
It's most active. If you read in the book House of Darkness, House of Light that Andrea wrote, her sister Cindy, she got tormented the worst by the spirits. The bed would levitate, she'd get scratched, she'd get pulled out of bed. On one occasion, the bed was levitating, and she was told there were 7 dead soldiers buried in the wall. This is horsehair plaster.
Someone whispered
You ain't
that
gonna
to
put
her.
a body in there unless you put it in a blender.
Right over here.
So that's kind of gruesome.
After we purchased the house, Roger Perrin came here and he said, I feel if you look on the back wall, there's actually a retaining wall out back. He's like, look back there, because it didn't have to be inside the house. So what we did was we brought ground penetrating radar in, did the entire grounds, including the basement. And over here, see the green markers outside?
Yeah.
So we came up with anomalies down there. 8 feet wide, 6 feet deep. So like 6 feet deep.
Caskets.
Exactly. Anyways, fast forward to the fall time, we were doing our live stream
That's
with Nick
crazy.
Ross. Nick got all excited, and he was
I
like,
saw that
"Gotta get
episode.
another ground radar team here to look into it and just focus on that area." And they did, and they came up with 5 grave shafts.
What?
So bodies in the backyard.
Yes, right next to the wall.
So she was right, just randomly.
Yeah.
Oh my
Not bad.
god.
That's
The
epic.
King Philip's War
That
was
is
huge
epic.
around here. 1674 to 1676. Per capita, the bloodiest war that was ever fought on American soil. And it was just that immense bloodshed stigmatized this ground. So that's what you're dealing with.
So not only the scary spirits in here, but also just the bloodshed of war.
Dude, that looks like...
That looks like a little boy handprint. And she just said she saw a little kid up here.
So I was just telling him when I came in here, I hated in here.
That's what I was saying. We're
This
walking
room
over
is
here.
horrible.
Freaks me out.
I grew up,
just horrified to go in here too.
Yeah, I didn't want to walk in.
I grew up in a very dark home, and this reminds me a lot of that place.
Yeah.
Like I can't breathe.
Yeah, I kind of feel like
I like-
it's stuffy.
This is the room that we get the most activity. This room and the room down right below it. These are the 2 most active rooms.
To this day?
Yes.
Oh wow.
This is where we get a lot of shadow figures. If you can, lay down on the bed, let your eyes get used to the dark, you'll actually see these shadow figures start to form.
Walking around.
They're in here now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Who? The little kids?
Yes. I was looking at them stand on the bed right before you said that. A little further back is where I was seeing them. What is this?
That's a cat ball. Something taps it or something like that, it'll go off. That whole, I feel like I'm being watched, the hair stands up, stuff like that. That's actually your 6th sense. Cavemen had it because they used to get hunted. We don't get hunted anymore, so you don't.
I'm getting nervous.
See?
Oh my god.
Hair standing up.
As you just said, I look at my
No, you just hear
All of my hairs went
Oh
out.
my god.
Do you guys hear whistling in here all the time?
We have.
That's not, it like literally was like.
This is the birthing room.
Birthing room. Oh.
Just watch your head if you go in
Oh,
there.
that's
I read about this.
yeah. It's
The
a
reason they
creepy
had their
room.
kids in there is because right here was a fireplace, so it would stay warm in the wintertime.
Oh, gotcha. Dude, how are you feeling? Are you good? Because I'm actually scared. I mean, I get scared sometimes with these places, but this is like a whole nother level of uncomfortable. What?
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you playing?
I'm playing in the sand.
Why is it so blurry over there? Like that chair is completely blurry.
Is that the shadow behind it?
It's a shadow.
Yeah, it's probably.
It looks so crazy. It looks like there's a blur effect.
You need
It looks like there's a blur effect.
This room, like, I don't love it, but I can breathe in it. That room, I
Yeah.
felt like somebody was, like, I couldn't expand my lungs to breathe. Like,
Yeah,
my
I also
ribcage
felt sick
wouldn't
in there
open.
too.
This room's not nearly as bad, but
Yeah.
when I, do you hear that?
What? What was that?
Did you hear the knocking?
I thought that was just their footsteps. Did you?
It was over here.
Really?
Exactly, yeah. That's over here in this bed. That's where I said that I was seeing people. It feels like a man, but I can't tell if it's a man or if it's a woman. But it's just a shadow figure, like, you know how people describe that?
Yeah.
But I can always tell what they are when I'm like with shadow figures.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And this one's just like watching us.
Oh God. Okay.
What are you guys hearing down here?
Wow.
It just said, "Hey Sam."
Really?
What?
No, well,
That came from behind,
it did.
over here.
It sounded like
Really?
a man almost.
Yeah.
Like it was
So you're saying a man's voice just says, "Hey Sam."
Yeah, it just said, "Hey Sam."
Fuck.
It projected from down
but
here.
it was like
"Hey Sam."
it whispered, but it was
That's
so
a big
loud
fucking
when it
basement.
said it.
I forgot.
Like, does that make
yeah.
sense almost? Do you hear
Yeah.
that? I feel sick.
Really?
Actually?
Yeah.
Now, this is the
Sometimes I
area
kind of wish
that
they would
you'll
take it more seriously,
get a lot of
but
activity.
I get
That's
they're trying to
Someone
please and
died
make people
right
laugh.
back here, huh?
Yes. Wow.
What?
That's insane.
My camera won't focus at all.
Is it because you got all this stuff here, though?
It's everywhere down here.
Oh my god, just completely out of focus.
Everywhere.
You just keep snake skin right there? Oh my god.
It's rattlesnake
You didn't
season.
put that there, that snake skin?
No.
Oh! Okay, see, I'm scared of
Don't
that more
touch
than
my
anything
back.
else here. I didn't touch your back.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm like, can't focus right now. We're sleeping in a haunted house with snakes.
You have serpents. A lot of people associate that with, like,
The devil, right?
yeah.
Do you ever
Serpent.
use prayer to like help fight against the demons? or-
No, I did help with an exorcism one time, and
Were they trying to, like, hurt people? Like, or...
no. What I noticed was physical changes in the person. I didn't know this, but like, say Sam and Colby are doing a Ouija board session,
Right.
And they don't close the session out properly, and something actually comes through. If it is an inhuman spirit, demonic, what have you, it can jump between the two. So it can be on him. If he's getting help for it, it can just leave and go to him. I wasn't aware of that.
Okay.
So
Past
I walked
demons.
into it not knowing it. It was a boyfriend-girlfriend kind of thing. He was a geek. She was a very attractive young lady. And he made a deal with something. And he's like, you know, you can have my soul as long as, you know, she'll stay with me. But I was sitting with the girlfriend. All of a sudden, she started reacting to it. Like, her feet started swelling up. She had scratches and bruising appearing. Her eyes were rolling back.
What?
Like,
You
her mom's
witnessed
like
this?
looking at it. Yeah, her mom was sitting there with me. I'm like, I didn't know what to expect.
Is this considered the seance room?
No, the seance room actually, sorry, we walked right through it. So this is the seance room.
No big deal.
Warrens performed
No
the
big deal,
seance, October 30th of 1973. It went bad, and Carolyn Perrin was the one that paid the ultimate price. What happened was the Warrens showed up along with a priest, another psychic, and performed the seance. Obviously, the conduit is supposed to be the psychic that's conjuring up whatever it is.
Yeah.
And instead of it attaching to the psychic,
Attached to.
it jumped to Carolyn Perrin. She started speaking in tongue, writhing around, and all this and that. It culminated with her getting thrown into the next room. She hit with so much force, they didn't know whether she was alive or dead. Wow. Roger Perrin got up to check on her. Ed got in between them and said, "You can't touch her. She's possessed. You become possessed." And he ended up punching Ed in the face.
Oh.
And they kicked the Warrens out.
So is that the last time the Warrens were welcome here?
Yep.
People reported a woman in a nightgown here, a white nightgown.
Yep.
Just saw her.
What?
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Yep, asthmatic.
Ow.
Now, you said a nightgown?
It was not maybe
It's
not
like
a
just
nightgown.
white.
It's a dress. It's like a white dress.
Wavy dress?
A little flowy at the end. It had nice little lace. Like, it was a nice dress. It had a collar that came up to here. She had like darker hair.
See, no, we couldn't make that out. All I know was it was white.
Yeah.
And it moved so fast. It was outside. This thing went across the porch and just stayed at the same height and just
She was
moved.
tall too.
Yeah.
She was standing right here watching, and when I looked up, I like fully noticed her. And we kind of just like stared at each other for a second, and then she just walked this way, left.
So she
It's crazy she takes that so calmly and so happy, you know.
Like, she made
So,
yeah,
good.
made contact.
Like you,
Giddy.
like just like you and I are looking at each
Yeah.
other right now. We were looking at each other, and then she stopped, looked the other way, never looked at me again, and left.
But then again,
But
if you're
she knows
used to
I
that,
can
you
see
might not
that.
be so scared.
Spirits often do though. I call spirits that were people spirits, and I
Yeah.
call the other ones entities or demons because I believe that's what they are.
But oftentimes when I see spirits, it's kind of like weird to say, but they're selfish. They always have something to say. They want to get a message across. She didn't. Yeah. She looked at me. She knew I could see her, which probably doesn't happen too often. She acknowledged me, and then she left like she didn't need anything from me.
This was
really, that is unsettling.
Right underneath the middle bedroom.
She's completely aware of her situation.
A lot of activity in both rooms.
I see. You get a lot of activity in here?
Yeah.
Like books flying across and.
Yeah. We've had the same book fall off the. We've caught it on camera twice. Moral relativity. This book right here.
Corey showed us his secure. Really, that's so cool. Yeah, that just.
Same book again. And what's weird is, if you look, most of these books have like pieces of paper in them. You open them up, a lot of them have been highlighted, have notes in them and stuff. This book hasn't been touched. It was almost like something was telling us to read it.
Did you?
No.
What's like your guys'
Hell
opinion
no.
about the
Don't involve
Conjuring
myself
movies comparatively to like what actually happened? I think it's a bad thing that they made all those movies and all that stuff, or is it good overall? Because it's completely different.
Whoa! Whoa! What's going on? Are you good?
Ugh, what bug just flew into my face?
Oh my fucking god! That
Why did
scared
it do that?
it's a bug.
That just flew into my face.
You okay?
Ah!
I didn't know what was happening. You like freaking.
Yeah, you
I was like,
I know. I was like, can you talk? Like,
I
are
was
you
like,
okay?
there's nothing touching you, but you're making me very nervous.
Oh my god!
That was scary.
Are you okay?
My bro.
The bug I wouldn't consider too paranormal, but there have been bugs be involved in paranormal.
I was like,
you guys not have bugs?
Oh my god, it's coming. It's alive still.
Oh, kill it! Kill it with fire!
Shit!
She's a murderer.
Shut like Lizzie Borden.
Too soon. What was the question?
Oh, The Conjuring.
Conjuring, yeah. Do you think that's like a decently accurate representation, or do you not like it?
Honestly, like, I personally like the movie. As far as accuracy, from the people that lived through it, they said it's about half accurate. If you read the books that Andrea wrote, it was actually 10 times worse in real life than the movie was.
Really? Wow. What?
She actually gave a copy of her books to the screenwriters, and the screenwriters were like, we can't put this in the theater. We can't get an R rating on it.
If we were trying to capture something, what would be like?
I would love to see an actual film though, where they really go into the detail of the true story.
By yourself.
Oh my.
I know it's hard, but that's when you're most vulnerable, and that's when they like to make contact.
All right, Sam. So,
why is it always me?
You asked.
Nope.
Always be recorded. Not only on that, but like voice recorders, stuff like that.
Hey, you're the one who brought it up.
They will talk.
You seeing something over there?
Yeah, outside. They just keep walking by and walking by and walking
Who?
by.
What keeps walking by?
There's 3 men outside.
Can you tell how they're dressed?
They're all wearing the same thing.
Soldiers?
It's like, it's not white, it's like beige. They all have hats on, but one of them has a different hat than the other.
Soldiers, maybe?
Wide brim.
Yeah. And there's something shiny on their chest.
Soldiers.
Like, it almost seems like they're not aware of us going on or lights being on in here. Like they've been dead for
hear
What was that?
Okay, I
that was.
heard that.
Did you hear the whistle?
Yeah, I heard a whistle.
Are you
I'm
recording? That we definitely just got a whistle.
Yeah,
oh
that
my
was
god!
Might have been me.
What did you do?
I'm fat.
How would that create a whistle?
I don't know.
I don't know. No, it was like a whistle. Like it was distinct.
Well, that's what I said down in the basement. Or was it in the basement?
It was like
No, that was upstairs.
No, I heard
You heard
it.
the whistle too?
I thought it was.
That's why I looked at you guys. I was like, did anyone else hear that?
I was hoping it was an animal outside. Like they've been
That was it.
What was that knock?
That was her.
Go back.
Banging her
I
head.
think that was a laugh.
There was a knock. You guys didn't hear the knock?
Like, it almost seems like they're not aware of us going on or lights being on in here. Like they've been dead.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then that dun 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 dun.
But that was her going. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna start recording.
That was her
again,
going like that.
'cause clearly, it's going well for us. And I can still hear the whistling back up there. Do you have noise canceling headphones by any chance?
Yep.
I would love to put noise canceling headphones on with the spirit box in here and have you guys ask questions.
Oh, you want to do the Estes method?
Really?
It's called the Estes method. Sensory deprivation. They can base their questions off of what you're saying,
Okay.
or they say the questions first and then see what you respond.
Alright, well, let's see if things start speaking to me more than me just seeing them, and we can decide. It's up to you guys. It's your video. I'm here to help you. Whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, that sounds awesome.
Be careful how long you spend.
Yeah, I don't want to.
If you go for too long, like,
They'll attach themselves.
it's gonna mess you up.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
It just will. I don't know how. I'm just telling you.
Happened before.
Careful.
Yeah.
If I start feeling something bad, I'll cut it off.
So we just talked to the owner, Corey. Awesome dude. Huge shout out to him for showing us all this information. A lot of stuff that we didn't even know. So we've researched this place a lot, obviously seen the movies. Overall though, how are you feeling?
When we first walked in here, I felt, and it could have been just like anxiety about this whole situation, but like I felt very stuffy, I felt anxious, but now I'm feeling like a lot more comfortable. I feel the most comfortable when like it's just our group and nobody else, so I'm ready to go. Guys, we're doing this for you. We're going back to Haunted, so we really hope that you are enjoying our videos. If you are, the best way to show us that is by leaving a like. How many likes to stay overnight?
And we're going to pause it at 29 minutes.
Actually, later in the year,
Just you and I.
And one of us sleeps in the basement, one of us sleeps at the top.
Fuck no. If they get like
Dude, that would
a
be
million
insane.
likes, I'll do that. But oh my god.
A million? How about something a little more reasonable?
Dude.
$250,000.
Oh my god. If they can get 300,000 likes, I'll think about it.
$250,000.
Fuck, wait, 250,000? You want to stay upstairs by yourself?
Yeah.
And I'm in the basement.
All right, we're going to pause it at 30
Fuck.
minutes.
It's like only if they get it, you know? Sometime this year.
I'm gonna cry. That just made my eyes wide.
Okay, we're at 30 minutes in the video, guys. I'm going to pause it there. If you guys like this and you want me to continue it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Since they were saying it on their video, I'll say it on mine. We appreciate you guys viewing this and supporting the channel. So if you guys want to see me continue this, I will continue it. I paused at 30 minutes, and there's like another hour to go. So more will come for that. Not too bad so far. I actually think it's very interesting, and I like the owner. I think he has a very good he has a good personality. He knows what he's talking about. He's warning them specifically on certain things they shouldn't do with the demons, that if there are demons in the house and you're opening yourself up, be very cautious and do not do it for too long. I mean, it's like, especially the thing they're about to do, don't do it too long, because, you know, demons will attach themselves to you, or ghosts will attach themselves to you the more you try to communicate, try to dive into them. So you got to be very careful when you're talking to the spirits. So very interesting so far. The house is really creepy, and some of the things they are picking up, the girl with the psychic knowing stuff that no one's told her, you know, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that everything that they're saying is 100% true. I don't know. I haven't seen much of their channel. This is me actually getting introduced to their channel, so it's very interesting to dive into it. I'm not going to say everything they're showing or telling us is true. Some of them are, you know, I wish they would take it more seriously, but I understand that they are trying to entertain their fans, and that's just how they are. So, you know, no offense. I mean, you guys are doing great. This is some good stuff. So, I can't wait to continue and see what else happens. So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Take care. Keep it retro.